Today we're going to take a look at common factoring. The very first important thing to note is what a term is. So a term is separated by an addition or subtraction sign and consists of numbers, variables like x or y that are being multiplied. If we take a look at A, this right here is a term, our 2x squared, and our 4x is also a term. In this case, we have two terms, but in B, we have three terms. So in common factoring, what we're trying to do is pull something out of each term in what we're given. So if we take a look at A, we have 2x squared plus 4x, and we need to pull out something from both the 2x squared and the 4x. The first thing that you might notice is that we can pull a 2 out because 2 goes into 2 once and it goes into 4 twice. We also can see that we have an x in both terms. However, you always pull the lowest amount because we only have one x, or just x, right here, and we have x squared. So we only have enough to pull one x out of the terms. Now, we're going to have a bracket, and then we're going to put what is left in the bracket. So if we have 2x squared and we pull 2x out, we're just going to be left with an x. Same idea, if we have 4x and we pull 2x out, we're going to have just 2 left. And you can think of it a bit like division. If you think 2x squared divided by 2x gives us x, 4x divided by 2x gives us 2. Same idea with B. So we're going to take a look at what numbers we have. We see we have 5, 15, and negative 20. And then we have x squared, x, and no x. Since we don't have an x in all the terms, we're not going to be able to pull that out. Instead, we're going to look at the numbers, and then you might notice that we could pull out a 5 because 5 goes into itself once, 15 3 times, and 20 4 times. If we put a 5 there, we then have a bracket, and inside the bracket is going to be what is left. So if we do 5x squared and we pull 5 out, we're just going to have x squared left. 15x, pull 5 out, we're going to have 3x. Negative 20, pull 5 out, we're going to have minus 4. That sign stayed the same. And you can always think of it as maybe it was negative 20 divided by 5. That gives us negative 4. When we take a look at C, what's different about this one is now we have a 3 and we have an imaginary 1 right here, and that imaginary 1 isn't written. But we can't really pull a number out because nothing really goes into 1 and 3 other than just 1. Instead, what we're going to look at is our variables. So we see we have x to the 4y cubed, and we have x squared y. What we can pull out is an x, but the question is how many? Well, if we have one term with x to the 4 and one with x squared, we're going to pull the lowest number. In this case, that's x squared. Same idea with the y. We have y cubed and y, so we're just going to pull one y out, and then we're going to write what's left in our bracket, which is 3, and then we pulled 2 x's out of the 4, so we still have 2 left. We pulled 1 y out of the 3 y's, so now we're just going to have 2, and then we pulled an x squared y from the x squared y, so we're just going to be left with a 1. Same thing if you think of it like x squared y, you divided it by x squared y, and now we're just left with 1. Hopefully that helps clear up a bit about common factoring. Feel free to subscribe below and check out other videos on common math subjects.